ask you about the work you've done around mental health.
Yes.
The stigma around mental health is really hurting this country.
It is.
And not enough people speak out about it, which is why I treasure you being here. What got this issue on your radar screen? Why is it important to you?
Well, it's important to me because actually I founded my foundation, the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation, named after my father, out of necessity. I suffered there he is. Hi, Daddy, I miss you. I suffered trauma in my life, and so did my son. And when it came time for us to sit down and talk about it and get some help, it became an issue because you have to be culturally competent in order for me to feel safe sharing my deepest secrets and what my fears and you know, being vulnerable. So when it came time to look for a therapist that looked like me, there were none. It was like looking for a unicorn. Like, I mean, I'm not saying they don't exist, but it wasn't easily accessible. So I discussed it with my best friend, who also had her bouts with anxiety. And so we decided to do something about it. And I think in the African-American community, it's been such a taboo. We really don't take care of our mental. We don't, and we should. We suppress a lot, you know, and it comes off as, and when we do express ourselves, it comes off as rage. Well, we have a lot to be upset about, right? I mean, but, and not to shun those feelings, but they need to be channeled, or they need to be expressed in a healthy way. And what I found disturbing is that we can talk about our thyroid, I can sit up here and talk about my gastritis, but when it comes to our mental, which is all a part of total health care, we miss that beat. And that's because for so long, we've been told to pray our problems away. We've been demonized. We've been misdiagnosed. There's a lot of trust issues. So I decided to do something about it, and I think the misconception with celebrities and people that you look up to in film and television is that somehow we got it all together just because we have money. Well, money doesn't make your issues go away. Because when they yell cut on set, and I take this wig off and these lashes, he looked at my hair like, that's a wig. But when the taraji and the limelight comes off, I go home to real problems just like everybody else that money can't solve, you know?
But why'd you name it after your dad?
Because my father was a Vietnam vet, and he suffered from his own mental issues, and he was very vocal about it. That was important. It made an impression on me, you know, because then I would hang out with my white friends, and they would be like, I'd be like, girl, let's do lunch at 11. Oh, no, I have my standing appointment with my therapist. And I was like, I want a standing appointment with a therapist. I need one. I need one of those.
Well, you touched on something that's so important.
Yeah.
You know, the anxieties we all feel, I always wonder, why are we all completely paralyzed by fear, anxiety, self-talk, all the stuff that happens? I think you're more connected to that than a lot of us. How does that affect you?
I mean, I think I have to deal with a lot of my things when I'm preparing to portray a character. If I'm lying to the girl in the mirror, then how can I tell this character's truth? So I can't miss those beats in my life. So acting to me has become very therapeutic. Not to say that I don't need a therapist, because I do need a professional, but you know, I need to speak to a professional, but I'm just very aware of who I am because this is my instrument, so I have to be, you know.
And why do you think, I mean, again, I respect your honesty about this, and I suspect in some ways acting is therapeutic for you because it forces you to confront some of
Yes,
those demons.
absolutely.
What needs to happen in the African-American community?
What needs to happen?
Yeah, for folks to embrace this more.
We need to start talking about it more. I think, and what I'm seeing activity just by me launching and going public with the launch of my foundation, I'm starting to see chitter chatter and people actually talking about it because you put a face to it. Because I feel like my fans pretty much, you guys trust me, right?
Yes, yes, they do.
Right, they trust me, and I think when you see someone that you trust and you've looked up to for so long say, hey, it's okay, I'm suffering too, then it makes it go, oh, it's like a sigh of relief, like I'm not the only one. Yeah. I mean...
That's right, you're right. So when we ask our audience, and we do this, guys, we ask you a lot of times, the reason we do these surveys, and they're pretty professionally done, is to find out what's bothering America. The biggest epidemic we have right now is loneliness. People just don't feel connected, and so they don't have the usual tactics, like talking to your mom, or a best friend, or a group of people that you hang with. So what's a tactic that you use personally to get past it? To get through your day?
I mean, you know, I make sure I keep in touch with my friends, and I have such a great core of friends friends that check on me. So it's all about the people you have around you too. You know, get off the internet, get off the social media, put the phones down, reconnect with humanity again.
You know what? You're a beautiful person on the outside and on the
Oh,
inside.
you're beautiful. Thank you.
Teresa, coming up, you know what men want? Honest question. Do you actually know what men want? What am I thinking right now? What taraji does, and we're about to find out about that and lots more. Stick around.